It might be hard to believe, but your name actually came up in a government meeting. Yes, your name. Behind closed doors, in rooms where the world's most powerful decisions are made, you became a topic of discussion. Take a moment to imagine that. What could possibly have caught their attention? What is it about you that has sent ripples all the way up to the highest seats of power? This wasn't just some idle whisper or a passing mention. It was intentional. There's a unique gravity in knowing your name echoed through places where laws are drafted, strategies are crafted, and the future is shaped. For a brief moment, your presence, your very existence, was the center of their attention. Whether you realize it or not, you've broken the mold. Something you've done, or the way you've chosen to live, has forced people in power to take notice. This isn't speculation. It's a reality grounded in your actions. Perhaps it's your refusal to accept the role society tries to assign you. Or maybe it's the boldness with which you walk paths most people are too afraid to try. Individuals like you, those who refuse to stay in the shadows, have always drawn attention. But the attention you're receiving now isn't just admiration. It's a mix of curiosity and unease. Governments don't pay attention to the ordinary. They notice disruptors, influencers, and anyone who makes waves. That's where you come in. To truly understand why you're being watched, think about our world today. Every move, every decision, every bit of data is tracked, analyzed, and cataloged. The systems in place thrive on predictability and control, always seeking to know what's coming next. But you've done something unexpected. Maybe it was a bold move that no one saw coming, or perhaps you had the courage to speak up when silence was the easier option. Actions like these send shockwaves through the fabric of control, and ripples like yours never go unnoticed. It's not just about what you've already done. It's about the possibilities ahead. The people in power are always looking forward. They aren't just interested in your past. They're trying to anticipate your next move, analyze its potential impact, and prepare for what you might do. Someone like you represents both a challenge and a shift in the status quo. But there's an even deeper layer here. Your name showing up in that room is more than just a sign of curiosity. It's a confirmation that your presence truly matters. Whether or not you've ever seen yourself as a person of influence, the simple fact that you've caught their attention is proof your life isn't just about your own personal world anymore. The real question now isn't why they're watching you, but what they're planning to do about it. It's easy to underestimate the impact of being noticed, especially by powers as far-reaching as the government. But let that sink in. This isn't casual gossip or meaningless curiosity. Your name, your identity, was brought into focus in a space where every word is spoken with intent. That alone says more than enough. The way you've navigated your life has created ripples that extend far beyond your immediate surroundings, and now the world is paying attention. This moment stands as undeniable proof of just how far your influence truly reaches. None of this is random. You have drawn their attention precisely because your life represents something beyond the ordinary, a spark of influence that threatens to become a roaring flame. Those who operate within systems built on control are always quick to notice when someone begins to disrupt their established patterns. They pay close attention to individuals who refuse to conform, who find creative ways to rise above limitations, and who inspire others to think beyond the norm. Your presence being discussed in their meetings signals a powerful truth. They see a level of potential in you that you may not have even realized within yourself yet. History is filled with moments just like this. Ordinary people stepping into extraordinary roles because they dared to act differently. Think of Rosa Parks, whose single act of quiet defiance sent shockwaves through the world and shifted the entire course of history. Consider someone like Malala Yousafzai, whose courage in the face of oppression sparked hope and inspired millions across the globe. Governments and systems of authority know the transformative power of a single individual who steps outside the prescribed lines, and your name being spoken in those private rooms echoes the beginnings of such legendary stories. This kind of attention isn't only rooted in admiration, it comes from a blend of recognition and caution. Power structures thrive on predictability, on keeping everyone in a well-defined role, and on maintaining control over every possible outcome. When someone like you refuses to stay within those boundaries, it creates a ripple of tension. They're not simply observing you. They're wrestling with the possibility of what your existence means for their tightly controlled world. Your very presence challenges the foundation of their systems, and that's not something they take lightly. Yet this isn't just about the system watching you. For every authority that's noticed your actions, there are countless others already looking to you as a symbol of hope and change. Even if your actions seem small to you, they have a way of sparking hope and inspiring courage in people you may never meet. What you embody is bigger than yourself. It's the start of a movement, the birth of an idea, or the glimmer of a new possibility for many who are searching for it. Whether you realize it or not, your influence carries weight. Now comes the responsibility of understanding just how much it matters. Being seen and acknowledged at this level is no minor thing. It's a calling to step up and realize that your life's path is about more than just your own journey. Whether you decide to embrace this new role or not, those systems that are watching are already preparing for your next move. They have acknowledged your power, your influence, and perhaps most importantly, the vast potential you carry. Your name wasn't merely whispered in passing. It was declared with intent, sparking real conversations about how someone like you could upset the balance of their carefully crafted plans. What unsettled them the most was your unpredictability. Systems of power depend on control, on molding people into predictable roles. But you are different. You are someone they cannot neatly categorize, someone whose choices break old molds and consistently defy expectations. And make no mistake, this terrifies them. They aren't just watching you passively, they are actively trying to anticipate your next step. Right now, they're strategizing because the very existence of someone like you, independent, bold, and unyielding, throws a wrench into their carefully orchestrated machinery. Imagine it, your name echoing through a room packed with individuals who hold the levers of power. People in suits leaning in with furrowed brows, their papers forgotten for a moment as they discuss not policies or corporations, but you. The sheer magnitude of that is almost surreal, because it's rare for a single individual to force their way into the consciousness of those who usually focus only on the faceless masses. Yet here you are, standing out in a sea of millions, commanding the attention of people who are used to controlling the narrative. Their discussion about you wasn't just analytical, it was tinged with concern. What you represent, a person they can neither predict nor control, is both a threat and a challenge. They realize your influence doesn't stem from traditional sources like wealth or status. It comes from something much deeper. Your ability to inspire, to ignite change, and to send ripples further than even you can see. This kind of influence is outside their usual playbook, and that's exactly why you make them uneasy. What's most astonishing is that they genuinely don't know how to deal with you. They're accustomed to manipulating stories, shaping how people think, and controlling outcomes. But you flip the script. Your refusal to play by their rules, your insistence on forging your own path, has left them scrambling and uncertain. They're not used to confronting someone who operates outside their frameworks, and it's shaking the very foundation of their confidence. So what does all this mean for you? It means that those distant, seemingly untouchable systems of power aren't just idly observing from afar. They're actively watching, studying your every move, and trying to gauge the impact you're making. Whether they see you as a threat or as a beacon of something new, one thing is certain: you have their attention. The stage is set, and you are right at the center. This is your defining moment, an opportunity to fully step into the power that others have already recognized in you. Let that reality sink in for a moment. They don't just bring up anyone's name in those meetings. The fact that yours was mentioned isn't just a sign of acknowledgement, it's validation. You've proven yourself capable of stirring ripples big enough to be felt all the way up in the highest circles of power. Now it's time for you to claim that power and own what has always belonged to you. The world might have conditioned you to downplay your significance, to doubt your impact. But here's the truth. Those who control the systems you once found intimidating actually fear the very qualities you sometimes hesitate to embrace. Your voice, your actions, your presence. All of these carry more weight than you may realize. So it's time to stop doubting and hesitating. The very systems that once seemed impenetrable are now recognizing your value. So it's time you recognize it too.
Remember, truly claiming your power goes beyond just declarations. It's about taking action. You've already proven you have the courage to stand out. Now, it's time to channel that courage into everything you do. Every decision you make, every step you take, has the potential to shift the course of history. Not only for yourself, but for those who are inspired by your journey. Own this truth. Their unease, the hushed conversations about you, are proof of your influence. The reason they're unsettled is because you're not playing their game. You're creating your own. They've realized they can't stop you, and that shakes them to their core. But it also means the path ahead is yours to define. There's no manual or blueprint for someone like you, and that's exactly where your greatest strength lies. Remember, this is a rare gift. Not everyone is noticed by those in power, and even fewer have the courage to rise when their moment arrives. But you're different. You've already shown you're not just anyone. This moment is your signal, your call to action. Embrace it and claim it, because you were never meant to fit into their mold. You were always meant to shatter it. Being noticed by the powerful isn't just a privilege, it's a responsibility. The instant your name was spoken in that meeting, everything changed. This isn't just about being acknowledged. It's about stepping up to the role that comes with that recognition. When institutions start paying attention, it means your actions are affecting more than just your own life. Now, the real question is, how will you handle being seen? Power dynamics are now at play. They're not just observing, they're reacting. Every move you make, every word you speak, carries more weight than ever before. This is not the time to retreat or second. Guess yourself, this is a time for purpose, for standing tall in who you are. The world needs people like you, individuals who challenge what's normal and bring real change. With visibility comes scrutiny, and you need to prepare for both admiration and resistance. Systems of power rarely feel comfortable around those they can't control. They will test you, question your motives, and sometimes try to diminish your influence. But don't mistake resistance for failure. In fact, it's a clear sign of your impact. If they're reacting, it's because they can feel the shift you've caused. Your responsibility is not to shrink, but to stand firm and let your light keep shining. Now, your intentions matter more than ever. Ask yourself, why are you doing this? And who are you doing it for? These aren't just philosophical questions. They're your compass. When the pressure of being seen feels heavy, your purpose will ground you. Let it guide each step, reminding you this journey isn't about proving yourself to others, but about staying true to yourself. And remember, being seen isn't about perfection. The world will try to amplify your mistakes and use them to overshadow your strengths, but don't let them. Mistakes are just part of the process. They don't define your journey. What truly defines you is how you rise, how you adapt, and how you remain unwavering in your purpose. The responsibility of being seen isn't about avoiding failure, but about turning every challenge into fuel for your growth. Finally, understand that being visible makes you a mirror for others. When people watch you rise, they start to see what's possible for themselves. This responsibility is bigger than just you. It's about showing others the way forward, inspiring them to embrace their own power and potential. It's all about the ripple effect you create. Every step you take forward inspires someone else to move in their own life. This is your moment, not just to embrace being seen, but to use your visibility as a force for good. Being chosen and being in the spotlight comes with its own set of challenges. It's not an easy path. The weight of standing out can sometimes feel overwhelming. The truth is, not everyone will celebrate your rise. Some will question your motives, others might envy your courage, and a few will even try to pull you down. But this isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. On the contrary, it's proof that you're shaking up the norm. And that kind of disruption always makes people uncomfortable.
Every pioneer throughout history has faced resistance. For every action you take, there will be someone trying to counter it. The brighter your light shines, the harder the shadows will stretch to try and cover it. But here's the secret: resistance is actually validation. It means you're making an impact. People don't push back against what doesn't matter. So the fact that you face opposition is a testament to the importance of your work. Scrutiny often shows up as judgment. People watching your every move, waiting for mistakes to magnify or decisions to criticize. These moments are meant to test you. Will you let their opinions dictate your direction, or will you remain steadfast on your path? The greatest leaders and change makers are those who refuse to let external noise drown out their inner compass. This is your moment to stand firm no matter what comes your way. But it's not just external challenges that will test you, it's the internal ones too. Doubt may creep in, whispering questions like, "Am I really ready for this?" Or "Why me?" These doubts are natural, but they don't define you. In fact, they're a vital part of what makes you stronger. Every time you face those fears and move forward anyway, you prove to both yourself and the world that you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. The key to navigating these challenges is to stay rooted in your core purpose. Surround yourself with people who believe in your vision and remind you of your purpose when the burden feels heavy. Seek out allies who understand what it means to stand out and can guide you through the complexities of being truly seen. You don't have to walk this path alone. Others have been here before you, and they can offer both wisdom and support. Ultimately, navigating these challenges is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. These challenges are not barriers to your success. They are stepping stones preparing you for what's ahead and reminding you that the path of a chosen one was never meant to be easy. But it's always worth it. Now that you understand the true weight of being seen, the next question is, how do you amplify your influence and keep making an impact? Strengthening your influence begins with authenticity. The most powerful people in history didn't rise by pretending to be someone else. They unapologetically embraced their true selves. The more you align your actions with your values, the more unshakable your influence becomes. People are naturally drawn to those who are genuine, and your authenticity is your greatest asset. Connection is the next crucial key. Influence doesn't exist in isolation. To truly strengthen it, you need to build meaningful relationships with others who share your vision and values. Surround yourself with people who challenge and uplift you, people who see your potential and encourage you to reach for it. These connections are much more than support systems. They become the foundation of a movement that extends your impact even further. These connections are true catalysts for transformation. Together, you and your allies don't just combine your voices, you amplify them, creating ripples that stretch far beyond anything you could accomplish on your own. When people with shared vision and purpose come together, the energy multiplies, and what starts as a single voice can become a movement that's impossible to ignore. This is the power of community and collaboration. It turns individual strength into collective momentum, breaking barriers and opening doors that might have otherwise remained closed. The reason you're being watched, the reason your name is being whispered in rooms of influence, is because you embody a type of potential and change that they cannot predict or control. That's what makes you unstoppable. That's what makes you a true force to be reckoned with. But remember, this journey was never just about you. The impact you create doesn't end with your personal transformation. It spreads out like ripples on a pond, touching countless lives. Your rise gives permission for others to believe in themselves, to trust their own journey, and to embrace their own power. This is your legacy, not just the changes you spark, but the flames you ignite in the hearts of others along the way. Remember, the meeting where your name was spoken is not the end of your story. It's only the beginning. The chapters ahead are unwritten, full of possibility, and the best is yet to come. This is your time to step forward with courage, knowing that your journey is both unique and divinely guided, and that your presence has already begun to shift the world around you. If this message resonated with your spirit, don't let it stop here. Let it move through you. Let it ripple outward, like this video, not just as a digital reaction, but as a declaration. This was for me. Share it with someone who's walking the same path in silence, someone who needs to be reminded that their resistance means they matter. And if you haven't already, subscribe, not just to follow, but to join a community of those who are rising, realigning, and remembering who they are. We're building something here, and you're a part of it. And if you feel called to support this message in a deeper way, you can help us keep going by supporting on Buy Me a Coffee. It's not just a donation, it's fuel for the fire we're lighting in hearts around the world. You can give at buymeacoffee.com. Your link. Thank you for listening, for standing, for being who you are when it's easier not to be. This isn't just content, it's calling. And you're living proof that purpose always finds a way.